Hey y'all, it is your girl T.S. Madison, honey, and we are back with TGIF. Now, honey, y'all already know we're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in social media and on the news today. Now, I need y'all to sit back, relax, and get ready to sip this hot tea. We have our girl Catalina back with us, filling in for Funky Daniva. Now,
welcome back, Carolina.
I know. Funky apparently wanted to start his weekend early and didn't want to be here today, but I'm happy.
I don't blame him.
How y'all feeling tonight?
Hey, I'm ready. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and we about to spill this good tea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now, are there any major plans that you guys have for the weekend?
I'm packing and moving. So nothing fun happening here. Nobody envies me. I'm literally just in a sea of clothes and things that I should be throwing away, but instead I'm putting in boxes and I'm going to throw away probably in 5 years.
Oh.
Well, so I'm actually doing something fun this weekend. I'm covering for FOXSOUL, A World of Good. It's their annual gala this year. And I think it's like a number of incredible A-list celebrities are expected to be there. Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington. I think Eric Benet may be singing. So stay tuned. Maybe on Monday, the show will allow me to show some footage of that coverage.
Well, look at y'all just having a good old weekend, honey, and I'm going to be home wrapped up, tangled up, tied up with the Lord.
Is that all you're going to be doing with the Lord? What's happening on Saturday?
You need to pray.
What y'all drinking on tonight?
My producer just gave me this cup. I have no idea what's in it, but we going to sip it, baby.
Hey, sip it.
All right. Well, since we sip it, honey, let's get into the show. Now, listen, in preparation for his upcoming Super Bowl halftime performance, Usher spoke on the shenanigans surrounding the Keke Palmer drama. Usher said, "I'm not Mr. Steal Your Girl. That's Trey Songz. I'm the guy who tells you, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. True player for real." Now, Carolina, what are your thoughts on Usher's shady response?
I mean, I didn't know all this drama between him and Trey Songz, okay? I wouldn't be throwing no shade like that. He could have just left it at, I'm not Mr. Steal Your Girl. I am, don't leave your girl around me. He could have left it there, but he really wanted to toss some shade. Are we about to have some R&B drama up in here? Like, is that what we need to prepare for?
Al, what you think about it?
I didn't take it as that. I mean, good perspective, Carolina. All I was taking it as he was, kind of tagging his song and how he sings. This is a deal. I'm still upset with Keke Palmer and Usher. Sorry, I was all into that drama thinking it was real, but they did that whole hoax on us for a song that no one is listening to and no one is streaming it. So there you have it. But I must say, super excited that Usher will be performing at the Super Bowl. But please leave Keke Palmer at home.
Al, I don't agree with you with that. I need him to bring that out. It got all the rumors and stuff sparked around the internet and stuff like that.
You like a good mess.
I do like a good mess, and I want to be able to watch it on TV. First of all, this is Usher we talking about. Usher, in old ladies' tongues. And I need to see him coming out there being the true player for real, Mr. Steal Your Girl, or whatever he gonna sing. I want to be at the crock pots at 7:00 cooking some meat. And I want to see Keke Palmer swinging that thing around in that old see-through gown that she wearing, honey.
Hold on, Al. Are you saying that you think it was all a publicity stunt? I thought they were capitalizing on the drama.
I mean, look, within a week, her and her boyfriend, father of her child, were back together. They talked about how, they're inseparable, that they're meant to be together. So what was all that false argument and that whole, fake tension? Because I'm going to tell you, America, Black women came to Keke Palmer's defense like you've never seen. I thought it was amazing. But to then see her sit with her man a week later having French fries and pizza, making that up, I know it was French fries and something, just felt kind of like, it just kind of made me upset because I was really vested. I was vested.
The gag is, Al, we know who wears the pants.
Oh, we're not doing none of that gag now. Don't do that. Don't do that today. Don't do that today. It's funny, Carolina, because when this happened, remember, I was on your show.
Yep.
Nightcap. We talked about it on your show, Nightcap. So
yeah. And I mean, to me, it's probably what T.S. Madison just said. Like she was just either you're gonna stay with me and put up with this, or you gone. And he knew the right answer, which was to say,
ain't nobody
feed her some damn French fries.
Ain't nobody messing up their bread and butter. Not in 2023. Times is hard out here, honey. Speaking of times being hard out here, Wayne Brady is finally speaking out weeks after disclosing his sexual orientation as pansexual. Now, Wayne told Entertainment Tonight, "It will be hard for me to truly put myself 100% into a relationship when there's when this nagging doubt that I have not explored that piece of me or even given that voice to having that option." Now, Al, what are your thoughts on his remarks?
I'm torn, TS. Now, the one thing that I do like is and I want to thank him for the conversation and the honesty of the conversation, the best that he could give us, right? He explained pansexual, what it means perfectly. He was very clear. He was very concise. He stated that he's attracted to the person. Now, keep that part in mind. And if it happens to be a man today, it's a man. If it happens to be a woman tomorrow, it's a woman. I get it. But I don't believe he's been 100% honest. Sorry, my gut tells me that Wayne may be trans attracted and not ready to discuss it. Now, that's just my personal opinion. Unlike him now, I am bisexual. So that means I like a woman and I can like a man. I haven't had a trans experience yet, TS.
But you keep over here poking at me, honey. I'm gonna be wrapped up in Reynolds wrap. I promise you that.
Wait,
I'm not. I haven't had a trans, but I'm not sure. I'm just not. I don't feel in his discussion that he's ready to really discuss what he's interested in. And I can understand he has had a long career and he has to understand what do they call that middle America audience that he feeds to? I forgot, something of the land or whatever. So I get it. I just can't wait to watch him evolve the same way I've kind of evolved in my sexuality, because when I hear him talk, I hear myself talking and how I was trying to explain it to myself so that I can explain it to others. I can't wait to see how this man manifests in his sexuality. And to be honest, if you look at that family dynamic, his wife is beautiful, his kid is beautiful, his wife's life partner, that male, black male, look like a black male to me, is beautiful. And look, if that's what they into, I'm here for it.
Hold on. You said his wife's life partner?
Yes. Well, he divorced his wife, but they all still live in the same house. So his wife has a male life partner that they all allegedly get along very well. Now, he has, said that there's nothing going on. It's not a threesome. It's not a whatever he called it. But he said that they worked very hard on this family union and to create it at the level that it is. And he just wants people to respect it.
So is it a polyamorous relationship? I'm so confused.
No. From what I understand and from what I read and from what his interview said, I don't think he has a relationship with his wife like that anymore. And he definitely doesn't have a relationship with his wife's partner like that. As far as what the interviews are saying. So I don't know. But.
So hold on, Al. I do want to get some clarification from you on what you are insinuating about Wayne. So pansexual obviously covers any type of person, whether they're trans, cis, etc. So you're saying he is more than likely just very trans attractive and doesn't want to identify it that way right now?
Well, he was very focused on the words that he used when he described his pansexual sexuality. He said that it could be a man today and it could be a woman tomorrow. I was very interested in hearing him say or trans, but that never came out. Now, he did talk about the fact that he has 2 nieces, I think, that are trans, and he supports them and loves them. So I'm just synthesizing from what I heard and how it made me feel in his discussing his sexuality.
Right.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Why?
Because it was this life partner for the wife for me. Like this.
Oh, they got you.
It's a lot of stuff going on in that house.
Yes, it is.
We need to unpack a little more later.
I bet you some things are getting unpacked now.
I could guarantee you, honey. I would call his pansexual description like more fluid. It sounds like he's fluid.
Uh-huh.
Or he need a little transmission fluid.
But seriously, do you think, T.S. Madison, you're a trans woman, do you think that a lot of men are attracted to you, but are afraid to come forth, especially at such a high level as a talent as he is, and his ingrained, brand here in Hollywood? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I personally think that men don't get the opportunity to be attracted to, what arouses them. I think that they are not awarded the same
Grace.
Motion detected at side garage.
Oh, shit.
Oh no, somebody trying to come in. Hold up.
Through the back door. I don't think that they're awarded the same grace because, women get the opportunity to eat tuna fish today and have a steak tomorrow, and with the man, he has to always eat tuna fish. And, that may not be his flavor. Just because you're eating tuna fish sandwiches today don't mean you like a little steak. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Listen, we got to move on, honey. The next topic stems from a scene from the hit show A La Carte, starring Candy Burris on All Black. Now, if you were in a relationship, would you guys be open to watching your significant other be intimate with somebody else?
Listen, I talk about a lot of kinky shit on my show, The Nightcap. And I even took like a kink test to see what I'm into. Apparently, I'm into rope play. I'm into experimenting different things. I'll try anything once. But watching my partner with somebody else, unless I'm about to be invited, I don't think that's for me. Absolutely not.
I'm backing you up with that, Catalina. I'm not into that either. Listen, if my partner got to be with somebody else, I'm not there. I tell ladies this all the time on my show, Maddie in the Morning. The moment that you open up Pandora's box, the only thing that's trapped in there is hope. Because ain't no hope for it afterwards, baby, because you're going to have to always get them there. Al, what you say?
I'm going to have to agree with you guys, except for one exception. You can pay me to do a lot of things. So if the money right and the wire transfer comes through, we can negotiate. All right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you wrong for that. No, it's not allegedly. Be very clear. No, I'm kidding. I'm like you two, though. I don't like Sharon. I'm not going to watch somebody that I care about, especially somebody I love, get thrashed by somebody else. That just ain't going to work for me. I'm sorry.
But people are really into being cuckolds. Like there are men and women who will sit inside of a closet and spy.
Yeah.
But knowingly, like all partners involved know this. And that is a real kink for some people. And that's just not for me.
So who doing the bending, Al?
Who what?
So who doing the bending?
Bending what? On the threesome? On the watching?
She's asking if you get pegged, Al.
No, T.S. Madison, you are not pegging me. But go somewhere the streets stay in my ass. Nope. Go to the next day. Go to the next day, T.S.
Coming up next, Nia Long is calling out white tears, and later, Offset sparked an interesting debate on social media. Keep it locked. Welcome back to TGIF, honey. Listen, Nia Long recently posted a video of a podcast featuring Dr. Yaba Blay discussing white fragility and the weaponization of white tears. Nia wrote in her caption, "Where was this level of awareness a year ago, Celtics? Hashtag Kathleen Lynch." Now, listen, Catalina, does Nia have a point? And how do you guys feel about the weaponization of white tears?
Listen, that scandal was a mother scandal. I mean, I felt really badly for Nia during that time because no one was standing up for her. Nobody in the Celtics organization was calling out that man for cheating with his staffer, Kathleen Lynch. So
she's a girlfriend.
What do you mean she's a girlfriend?
She wasn't married to him. Who
told you that?
Were they married?
Yeah, they was married, I think, Al.
Are y'all sure?
They know.
No. Justin, help us out here in the
Justin, help
chat.
us out. Were they not married?
No.
Were they long time? Was it a long-term thing?
They were a long-time relationship.
Well, they common law married. Listen, they
That was
common law married.
Committed relationship. They were married.
Common law
No,
married.
fiance. They were fiance. They weren't married.
Okay, so for Al, cheating is okay as long as you're not married. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
See,
Lena,
I'm
I'm not saying.
I am hearing the same thing.
No, how dare you? Know you women will gang up on a man. No, okay.
Listen,
first of all,
will.
I don't.
With another
look,
woman, I
want,
gang up on a man. Hush, Al, hush, I gang. Catalina, you a married woman. You can't gang up.
I am a married woman.
No, all I'm saying is think about it from, and I support Nia Long. I don't want the soulmates coming after me. I don't want black women coming after me because I understand. But think about it. It's a Celtics organization, right? The organization shouldn't be speaking on boyfriend-girlfriend situations. Period.
But if it's both of them are part of the Celtics staff, right?
Right.
And wasn't he her superior too? So like,
no, I think she worked in travel, and he traveled right on up in there.
Yes, he did. He had a first class ticket, honey.
A first class. No, but this is my thing. This is how I look at it. You know, we love Nia Long. Nia Long represents our community, represents our black women at the highest level. I totally get it. I feel like this is the right conversation, but it's the wrong context, meaning your incident is the wrong circumstance to attach this to, in my opinion. Now, I do support her in how the Celtics, made it all about her and him cheating on her. But think about it. We don't know that girl, Kathleen. She's not a megastar. If he had a sexual relationship with someone like Katie Holmes, I think the coverage would have been the same. We don't care who Kathleen is, in my opinion. So of course you're going to run with this narrative that this mega movie star woman is being cheated on by this extremely successful, wealthy head basketball coach.
Yeah, he's a head something. Listen. Okay, so I want to talk about something that we haven't said, like we haven't really dug in. We've dug in some stuff. We have done. What about these weaponization of white tears? Because all it takes is the white woman to start. Oh my God, he, and then the world stops. Everybody's on mute.
I agree with that. That is a thing. And we've all probably been a victim of it. I know I've been a victim of it, especially working in corporate America when you're trying to address an issue, or when you're instituting a separation between a person and their job, and they go into. I had an instance once. I was on an assignment in Florida, and I brought a young white woman in to let her go. I was a separation, right? And I was going to fire her. Do you know what that woman did? She asked me to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom and called the police and told the police that I had sexually assaulted her, and started crying when the police came. That's a real life story. So she knew exactly what to do, exactly how to behave to get the attention, taken off the fact that she was being fired for being being a good employee. She used her tears to get to garner the empathy of the police people to come and investigate it, to the tune of, it took me an additional 30 days to get her off the staff.
Wow. I think that they need to be locked up anytime that they do that. I think that they need to get jail sentences anytime that they cry on a dime and somebody gets hurt. Catalina, what do you think about it?
Absolutely. I'm so sorry you went through that, Al. That's horrific. That reminds me of every single Karen that we've seen over the years, where all of a sudden they're attacking minorities and they're caught on camera and they're seeing the cameras, police arrive, and all of a sudden, instead of being angry, the tears are coming. Oh my God, this person did this black man, this black kid, and trying to make a whole scene and become the victim when they were the ones the word.
So let me ask you this, Carolina, and correct me if I'm being offensive, but you're Hispanic, or would you be considered a Latina, right?
Yeah. Oh, Hispanic, Latina, I'm both.
Hispanic, Latina. Do you have to worry about your little brown boys leaving the house the same way Black mothers have to be worried about our Black kids when they leave the house? Does your husband get the same response from the majority as Black men get from the majority? Can you share with me a little bit about your experience? Because you're in Houston.
Yeah, I'm in Houston. So for us, it's definitely not the same. It's definitely not the same. I would never equate it. It's not the same. And my stepson, my oldest, who's 16, he's also white. He's very much white passing. My baby, my 2-year-old, he's very light complected. And my husband, he looks Latino. And the only thing that he has to worry about is being thought of as an immigrant or someone who's not as intelligent as our white counterparts here in Texas. But no, as far as police interactions or the racism that you see from parents, no, absolutely not. Not the same.
Very interesting. I'd like to make a correction in the statement here. Kathleen was married. Kathleen.
Right. Kathleen was married. Yes.
She had a husband. Yes. She was cheating on her husband with Nia Long.
Because he was riding in first class.
Definitely. Speaking of weaponizing white tears, Sharon Osbourne revealed that she received another facelift after the previous one made her look like Quasimodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Not Quasimodo. Oh my God. Oh no, but in that side-by-side, producers put that back up. No, y'all didn't.
Y'all are messy.
Y'all trashy. Y'all
Quasimodo,
trashy today.
honey.
Y'all messy, trashy today.
Baby, Quasimodo, baby. Oh my goodness, honey.
With the red hair and everything. No.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
I don't mean to be crass. But Sharon Osbourne need to throw her whole face in the trash can. And in fact, she can jump in the trash can too. Because I'm still mad at her about what she said about Meghan Markle and Piers Morgan. I'm still mad at her over that. But you know what? She reminds me of Joan Rivers. Remember when Joan Rivers was going through all that pull, tug, and getting her face redone all the way until, she passed? That's who she reminds me of. But this is what I say, Sharon. If you tried it 4 times in the last 3 years and it don't work, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it all alone. Because I feel like the more you do it at the higher age, you just become a risk factor, and we don't want to come to your funeral anytime soon.
Nope. Carolina?
I mean, for me, it's like, if you find the right doctor who's going to fix it until the point that you're happy, then you know what? Power to you. I love that women are feeling more empowered, and men too, to speak about the work that they're getting done to themselves, because we fucking know that is not what God put you on this earth to look like. And listen, whatever you want to do with you, that's on you. And we're here to spill the tea on when you don't
when it don't work.
All I have to say about the whole situation is tell me. Tell me. Anyway, coming up next, Offset is sparking a funky debate on social media. And later, 50 minors have been reported missing in Cleveland. Find out more when we return. Hey, y'all, welcome back to TGIF, honey. Now listen, Offset sparked a debate online after revealing that he brushes his teeth after breakfast. Carolina! And do you brush your teeth before or after breakfast?
I feel like people are going to come for me, but I do it after, especially if I'm eating at home. Like, I don't want to go have breakfast and then brush my teeth again afterward.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if I am going out to brunch, if I am meeting someone outside of my home for breakfast, I will brush my teeth before breakfast. But I am not going to wake up, brush my teeth, go make coffee, have coffee breath, eat my eggs, eat my yogurt, and then go brush my teeth again. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat, have my coffee, and then go brush my teeth. I literally just talked about this. If you want to come for me, go ahead, but I stand my ground on that one.
Right. Al, what say you?
Listen, I'm going to stand with Carolina on this one because I'm the same way. I just don't like the taste of like toothpaste in my mouth when I'm having my orange juice, even when I'm having my coffee or when I'm having my eggs. I don't like it. However, my dentist has been telling me forever that you're supposed to brush your teeth before you have breakfast because the toothpaste covers your enamel and it creates this protective barrier, right, against acid that the food then will put on your teeth. And it also starts saliva production, and saliva production breaks down food and the bacteria that's bad for you. So allegedly, that's why you're supposed to brush your teeth when you first get up and then have your meal. But I'm with Carolina. I don't like the taste.
Damn it. But now I feel like I need to. Like now with this information, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
For me, it all depends on, how bad that mouth be talking when you get up.
That's
If
true.
that mouth talking real bad, if you yawn and it throws you back in the bed, honey, get that toothbrush and toothpaste, then go down there and fix you a sandwich, baby.
No, they need to scrub their tongue if it's smelling like a garbage can now.
Some. Well, we don't know what was rolling on that tongue the night before, honey. We got the call over there to Kathleen to see what was going on with that.
Oh, God.
Speaking of the night before, in an interview with the New Yorker, Julia Fox opened up about the inspiration behind her outlandish outfits. Julia said, "I wanted to look a certain way where the girls would appreciate it and the men would despise it." Do you guys despise her looks? Carolina?
Listen, I don't know where she thought she was going to make us appreciate them looks. I mean, based on what we just saw alone, that red trash bag.
Let me see it. Can I see it again?
Yeah, producers, pull them up again. Like, let's talk about each look because what is this?
Oh.
What is this? Okay, next.
Is there another one?
There was a couple.
Ooh.
Like.
Oh, that's the one with the watches. I saw that one. Okay, is there another one?
I mean, just based on those, and this one, like, I don't understand. No.
I think she's having a moment. I feel like she's having a moment.
I am all for your creativity, like find your own fashion, whatever. But if you're doing it for you, say it's for you. Like, don't say that you're trying to get women to appreciate it and men despise it because it is very subjective. And those three looks to me, those are not meant for a red carpet. But
I'm going to tell you what, I'm not attracted to her, but I will tell you this. If there is anybody in the industry right now that's taking their 15 minutes of fame and making it an hour, it's Julia Fox. Think about it. She hasn't dated Kanye in over a year and a half. Am I right? I'm sure the soulmates are going to put me together if my timeline is off. But it's been a while since she dated Kanye. But look, we're still talking about her. This woman with that trashy house, because they showed the inside of her house, with all those clothes and everything everywhere, still has our attention. And guess what? She's back on our talk topics here at TGIF. And if you're on TGIF and we're talking about you, you must be trending.
Well, they say the blood still works and it'll never lose its power, honey. So I guess she's covered in the blood. That red dress on.
T.S., what do you think about her, though?
Yeah.
Do you care for Julia?
Listen, I've actually hung out with Julia. I was at an award show with Julia. We won a Spirit Award for the movie Zola that I was in. She was there supporting Zola. We had a very good time. We had a very fun night out. The men were on
all over.
She had this outfit on that the men were on. We hung out and had a really good time. She's fun. We laughed. I think it's
what you're telling me is that they weren't despising her looks. They weren't
despising. They weren't despising, but they was on
her personally, and she's a cool person.
Yeah, I like her.
That's great.
I like her.
Fashion choices. Can you speak on those?
Yeah.
Next.
All right, y'all. Listen. A Black guitarist is calling out a popular airline after a flight attendant assumed that he kidnapped his biracial children. Take a look.
We were met at the top of the jetway by an AA employee and 4 police officers. Apparently, a flight attendant had called ahead with some sort of concern that perhaps my mixed children weren't my children.
David Ryan Harris was offered 10,000 air miles from the airline and described this offer as kind of insulting. Now, Al, what are your thoughts on this story? And do you think that the flight attendant was racially profiling this man?
Well, I think this is a case of positive intentions versus racial profiling, and which one was it at the time? Now, these flight attendants have been trained extensively on how to highlight and pick when they're sex trafficking, because, 10 million human trafficked individuals are done through commercial airlines. So they're heightened their security in these cases. And for me, I would rather be safe than sorry. I do understand that if it was more racially motivated, then she should, have more sensitivity training. I do believe that there could have been other mechanisms that she could have checked before completely turning and calling the police. However, with the alarming statistic about the number of young boys and girls being sex trafficked, I would rather it be safe and it be a mistake than it be let go and the kid is at harm.
Carolina?
I mean, with that perspective, Al, I'm absolutely on board with you on the fact that it probably wasn't racist and it was probably good intentions gone wrong. I think what needs to happen with airlines now, if they're making flight attendants take on this role of like trying to save these potential victims, then we need to start highlighting the successes. That way we know it's not always a bad case, because this isn't the first time we've heard of something like this. So if we know like they're actually doing good from trying to pick out victims and potential harmful traffickers, then we'd be like, okay, you're right, you tried it, it was good intention, but that was the wrong thing, and now you've hurt a family.
Yeah, and 10,000 miles is an insult. What's that? Maybe 2 flights. That's one flight in first class. Nah, they need to do better than that. Shame on you, American Airlines. And
wait a minute, how you know it was American?
Because they said it in the article.
Allegedly.
That's my airline too.
Allegedly. TS, can you allegedly? Okay.
It's American, right, Justin? Oh, do not say the airlines. Oops.
So it might have been Delta, it might have been Spirit, it might have been Frontier, it might have been United, it might have been anybody. All right.
Girl, well, all I got to say is, where is the picture of that man and them cheering?
Do we have a picture?
The cheering kind of looked like that man.
No, T.S.
It was a light skin for that man.
Them kids were paler than a white crayon. Cut it out there. They were some pale babies. And they had beautiful blonde hair. Looked very I don't know that I would have thought that they were being sex trafficked, but they definitely was a racial difference in color of skin.
So they say. All right, soulmates. Y'all keep it locked, because coming up next, 50 minors have been reported missing in Cleveland. And later, Jeannie Mai is fighting to save her marriage. Let's talk about it when we return. Welcome back, soulmates, honey. Now listen, let's get into this tragic news. Almost 50 minors have been reported missing this month in Cleveland, Ohio, and more than 1,000 children have been reportedly missing around the Cleveland area this year. Now, Al, what are your thoughts on this news?
Well, when I first read it, I was alarmed. I was like, what the heck? And how did we miss this? But Wayne Drummond, the chief of police, has come forward and he said, listen, of the 1,072 young individuals that are missing, 1,020 have been returned home. So that's great news. They're no longer missing. However, there are about 50 or so juveniles that are still missing, and they believe a large portion of them are runaways. For some reason, these kids are running away in Cleveland, and they are participating in more gang-related activity. He says of those remaining that have not been found, he honestly believes that only 14 are considered endangered, and he hates the fact that the coverage is painting Cleveland with a different brush, which is that it's extremely unsafe for kids. So with hearing all of this from the chief of police and from the state attorney general's office, I feel very safe to say that it's not as bad as it appears.
I mean, I think it's still unsafe. Like, if you have kids who are running away to join gang activity, that doesn't make it safe for kids. That's still unsafe. Obviously, there are no kidnappers and they're not being taken to be trafficked, but if we have this amount of kids running away to join a gang, we have a problem still. And
I just want to be clear. I want to be clear that I didn't mean all of them are joining gangs. I'm just saying that's one of the factors. Some of them are just running away. Some of them are participating in gangs. So I don't want to make sure that, because on this show, they will.
I'm sorry, Al.
They'll correct you in a minute on this show.
You're right.
My soulmates will get you together, baby, because they get me together all the time. I just want to make sure that that's one of the factors, Carolina.
Yeah. No, so that is great to know. I will say, because I've worked in the media for a long time, especially on the journalism side, as far as news goes, we don't tend to cover runaways. We will cover missing people. It's like an Amber Alert where we think one parent is taking it, or the lover of somebody, one of the parents is shot, when it's a very serious situation. But if it's a teen who's believed to be a runaway, we won't cover it. And that's sad. I think we still need to shed some light on it either way, because we need to get these.
I've always thought that too, Carolina. Like, what happens if that teen that ran away because he was mad, didn't want to be home anymore, maybe his iPhone got taken away. What if he gets abducted when he ran away?
Yeah. Get on one of them.
What if a pedophile catches him on the side of the street and gives him a ride and takes him home? I don't
or ran away
on the airlines. Or flying on the airlines over there, honey. One of them airlines. I want to talk about, I don't mean to cut nobody off, but I just want to talk about what we're not talking about. How messy the news is of giving all of those awful statistics and giving these high numbers, but not saying that there are really only 14 of them that are really classified as missing.
As endangered.
As endangered.
There's 50 that are total as missing, but they only say 14 would be considered endangered, like somebody abducted them. Those misleading headlines that they do all the time for clickbait, and I hate that type of stuff. Yeah. Because your heart goes out to the city, right? When you saw 1,072, you're like, what in the hell is going on in Cleveland? Right, yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Now, switching gears, a fan is calling out Young Miami after she tweeted, "If you don't wipe your ass with wipes, I can't trust you. I'm sorry." Now, the fan responded and wrote, "You get pissed on." Carolina, what is your take on this? And do you use wipes?
Listen, when I first read Young Miami's tweet, I was like, oh, it's giving Terrence Howard when he was saying, if I go to a woman's house and she don't have wipes, like I'm out
of there.
That's literally what I thought of. But I was not expecting that follow-up tweet talking about getting pissed on. Listen, people are really into golden showers. That's a kink. And I am here to welcome all kinks as long as they are not paraphilia, which is harmful to other people. So if she likes golden showers, that's on her, and maybe she uses wipes to get rid of the pee that is on.
Now, we've talked about this on this show before. And all my students that I'm teaching this semester, close your ears. Y'all know I like golden showers. I like giving golden showers. I find it fascinating. I find it a kink. But in this case, this was hilarious because Young Miami, baby, you got served. Somebody brought the heat right back to you. Oh, I loved every second of it. And yes, T.S. Madison, I prefer wipes because I don't like none of that excess, nothing, nowhere.
Okay, I have a question for you, Al, and T.S. I know you use wipes as well, but do you guys flush them and potentially ruin your pipes, or do you put them in the trash?
Well, let me tell you something about my pipes. They already ruined. But I just want to let it be known that I use the wipes called dude wipes. DUDES, dude wipes.
What you doing using dude wipes?
Listen, because I ran into a dude that introduced them to me. I was like, oh, okay. You know, he was really.
I need to Google these dude wipes. DUDE, dude wipes.
DUDE, dude wipes.
What is the difference between a dude wipe, a baby wipe, and the ones that are flushable?
Well, the dude wipes were flushable. The baby wipes kind of gonna stop your pipes up, child.
I don't think these flushable ones are even flushable.
No, they flushable.
They disintegrate. Okay.
They flushable because it's like a wet tissue, honey, wrapped up, honey, and the good smell good, and you just wipe.
Those flushable ones, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it right here. They're not thick enough. You got to use like 2 or 3 of them little tiny ones to get to, so that they're not thick enough.
Oh, you like it thick, yeah. Now listen, I want to put my little 2 cents in on this Young Miami thing before we go on. I want to say you got to be careful whatever you put out on the internet because people will never let you forget, honey.
Wow, that's right.
You say one thing and they'll dig a tweet up and say, boom, let me hit you with your own medicine, child. That man had, or that girl, whatever it was, wore her ass out, and it was
Whoa her out. It was good.
Now, coming up, Jeannie Mai is fighting to save her marriage with Jeezy. Y'all stick around. Welcome back to more TGIF Soulmates. Now, in the news of going up that mountain to save my marriage, it's been reported that Jeannie Mai is fighting to save her marriage with Jeezy. But according to sources, they've had issues for a long, long time. Now, can you blame her for trying to save her marriage, Al?
I know what she's trying to say, baby. I've been reading the comments. Do you remember she talked about their sex life? And she said that after she had her baby, they only waited 2 weeks before they had sex again, when the doctor recommends that you wait, a minimum of 6 weeks. I think Jeannie Mai is trying to, save something else. Some good, what. She ain't trying to say that marriage. No, I'm kidding. But I am a little serious about that. I think, and the sad part here, TS, is that it takes two to reconsider or reconcile, reconcile. And I don't think he's there. I think she can try all she wants, but if he's not interested in doing it, it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
To back you up, honey, on her happiness, to quote the Joy Luck Club, you make me happy. Carolina, what say you?
Listen, why do you want to stay somewhere where you're not welcome, right? I mean,
Right.
Obviously fight for your marriage as much as you can, especially if you believe in it, if you're still in love. I mean, if you still love the dick, I guess, as Al is saying. But I don't know if I would be allowing the public to know that I'm really trying to fight to stay in it if everybody knows that my partner's the one who filed for divorce, and it's very
Right.
obvious that he doesn't want to be in this anymore.
Right.
So I would probably try to keep it as private as possible. I don't know if she's trying to show off that, like,
Probably trying to embarrass him, right?
Yeah.
She's trying to use her media presence to kind of embarrass him. Like, I just want everybody to know that I'm not walking away from this marriage.
Mhm.
But heck, if they've been having problems.
The gag is, honey, that she's trying not to be embarrassed because we watched a clip of that damn psychic telling her that this was not her last marriage.
Ooh.
Oh, it was a psychic
I don't
telling
remember that.
I don't remember that.
Baby, it was a psychic sitting up there,
That's
Asian
some good
man,
tea.
sat up there and he was reading her palm and she said, oh, this is my last. He said, no, it's going to be another marriage after this one.
Wow.
Oh, I gagged on it, baby. Gagged.
Good tea, TS. Good
That
tea.
is great tea.
All right,
Speaking
let's
of
get into
gagging
this
on it,
game. I can't
Speaking
wait.
of gagging on it, honey, in honor of football season, we're going to play a fun game of Smash or Pass with some of your favorite NFL players. Y'all ready to play Smash or Pass?
Yeah.
All right, production, let's cue the music. First up, we have Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. and Houston Texans wide receiver Robert Woods. Carolina, would you smash or pass?
Listen, I feel like Odell Beckham, he's a troublemaker. He's done a lot of questionable things throughout his career.
Oh.
So I'm a pass on Odell. And listen, I'm going to stick with my hometown, Houston, Texas, Robert Woods. I mean, look at him with that turtleneck suit situation. Yes, I'm a smash Robert Woods.
Okay.
All right, what say you?
I'm gonna say Odell Beckham looks too neat and clean. Like he look like he has everything. Lights got to be right. The situation got to be right. Everything got to be in place. I'm gonna definitely go with Robert Woods. He look like he know how to hold it down. Like he's with the get down.
Honey, it sounds like both of y'all like turtlenecks, baby. Yeah, well, as far as me and mine, I see one like to use whites and the other one likes to pull back. All right, next we have Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce and San Francisco 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey. Now, Carolina, I'm always going to start with the lady. Are you going to smash? Which you going to smash and which you going to pass?
I'm going to join the Swifties and go for Travis Kelce. He's also on my husband's fantasy team, so I'm going to smash Travis Kelce.
Oh, that is just nasty, Carolina. You smashing your husband's teammate. Oh, you going to get it when you get home.
If he's providing the points, you know, if he's helping us win this season, you know, we gonna smash. And I'm gonna pass on Christian McCaffrey, I don't like that clean look, you know.
What about you, Al?
Look, I find both of those men to be extremely attractive, but I am going to go with Travis because Travis has experience. He has dated a lot of black women, so he knows the black culture. He probably knows his way around the bedroom like a black person's supposed to. So I'm going to say smash, Travis, pass.
Well, when it comes down to me, honey, I don't turn down no good mayonnaise, baby, whether it's Duke or Hellman's. So I'm going to smash and then pass them both, baby. Bring me the bread. Now, next up, we got Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts and Buffalo Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Carolina, smash or pass? Which one, baby?
This was hard for me. But as a Cowboys fan, I couldn't go for either of them because of the rivalries. But the rivalry is deeper with the Eagles, so I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs for the smash.
Okay.
Al?
Let me see the picture again, production. I'm gonna say both. Smash both of them. Smash all of them. Smash them both. Yes. One got that really huge contract, and he also has a black female agent, right? That's exciting. Oh, I gotta pick one. Jeez, I gotta pick one. I don't know. One. Okay. Stephon.
Wait a minute, Al. Wait a minute. Which one you say got a huge contract? I'm smashing over the huge. All right. Now up next, we got Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson and Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Carolina, who you smashing and who you passing?
Patrick Mahomes just looks too wholesome. You know, he looks like the guy next door. I feel like I'd have to teach him a thing or two. So I'm going to go with Russell Wilson. I'm sorry, Sierra. It is what it is.
I'm going to go with Patrick because, Russell seemed way too, perfect. Like, I'm going to go with Patrick. Patrick looked like you can teach him a thing or two. He looked like he's willing to try different things. And he's a little bit younger, so he can go just a tad bit longer.
So he's moldable. Is that what you're saying?
I like that word.
Okay. All right. You're right.
Now listen, since you use the word mold and then you use the word as, I'm trying to figure out which of these two men that I'd love to get on the line of scrimmage with. Honey, I'm just gonna let it be known that Russell looks like that he used those good flushable wipes. So I'm gonna have to go ahead on with him because if he anything, he most definitely is clean. Hi, y'all. All right, y'all. That was so fun. Yeah. We had fun doing that. I ain't did that in a long time. Now listen, y'all. We have covered so many crazy stories this week. So we'd like to end our show by handing out an award to a person or persons who exemplifies pure and utter delusion. This is our Teabag of the Week. All right, our Teabags of the Week go to Krishan Rock and Blueface. Now, what do you guys have to say about our honorary Teabags of the Week?
Al, I'm gonna let you take this because I do not know enough about this drama to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Listen. It's just sad. It's just sad. It's sad that two young, talented, attractive people have to be so disruptive and toxic in order to be famous. That's just what really upsets me about this. And the way they're both behaving is not right. the way he behaves as a father to her kid, and the way she behaves as a mother. It's just, to me, all of it says toxicity at the highest level, and it can't be healthy for anyone, and especially not for their kid that they share together. So
does it?
Maybe they need to take some time off.
I'm just mad at the fact that they getting teabagged. Out of all the things that they getting teabagged. Do you know how good it is to be teabagged, honey? Have you ever dipped a tea bag down in a cup of tea and the juices just flowed out on it? You put a good old English peppermint tea. For me, when
Put
I
some
look at
Saint Germain in there.
I'd put a little Saint Germain in it, good tea. For me, when I look at this couple and I see CPS. I see clout chasing and fame that they already, one's a mumble rapper, the other one, she's an athlete. And I do feel like that she's lost her way, even dealing with this man. And I've seen her just up and down in emotions with this guy. And I'm like, bro, no, like y'all got to get it together. And I don't need to see them on the internet too much longer. I don't need to see that stuff no more. Carolina, what do you say before we?
This just sounds like it's a couple that needs to separate, and they probably be better off not being together for the sake of themselves and for the sake of their children. And toxic relationships are very hard to leave. And
But what do you do? What do you do, Carolina, when your pay, your money, your livelihood to help your family and your kids and yourself is tied to this toxicity?
I tell you what you do. You get you a box of Black and Mild cigarettes, honey, and you smoke it down there with your tea bags, honey. Listen, I want to thank my co-hosts Al Reynolds and Carolina for joining me tonight. Soulmates, make sure that you are watching Street Flavor and stay tuned. Have a great weekend, baby. Love you. Meet it.
Have a good night, Soulmates.
Bye, y'all.